There's lots of room for improvement for Automobilista 2 based on the first beta. Find out where and why right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to our continuing reporting about Automobilista 2. The beta was released during our European night and we took a first look at it, a couple of hours racing around, fiddling with it and finding out what works and what not, which we will be telling you in the next minutes. First of all, a disclaimer. This is the first beta that has been released to those of us early backers. Everything can change from what you see and hear in the next minutes. Reiza have made very clear this is not the final version and that they do not consider the beta a finished product. Keep this in mind for anything you see and hear. They have also released an FAQ in their forums. You'll find the link in the description. We will be publishing more about Automobilista 2 in the next weeks and months as we have done in the past. If you want to be informed about new videos, click subscribe and also click on the bell and become part of the ever-growing RomRom family. Automobilista 2 is expected to support VR and triple monitor configurations, but at the moment these options are grayed out and you can only race on a single monitor. The graphics, you can see, they are at Project Cars 2 level as was to be expected. A big improvement from Automobilista, but not the level of Assetto Corsa Competizione as was to be expected. The HUD is the Project Cars 2 HUD, at least for now. We suppose for Reiza it was not a high priority to set up a new HUD, which we can understand wholeheartedly. Options for multiplayer time trial and championship were also visible but not available. This is one thing that is gonna come until the release, or even in the case of multiplayer a little bit after that. Talking about multiplayer, if we saw it correctly, Reiza will implement a rating system at some point in the future. For now, you can choose things, but they don't mean anything. Of course, there is no multiplayer. We're not aware that Reiza have published any information about their rating system for the time being. You can watch replays of your race from different camera angles, but as far as we could see, you cannot save them. Also, we did not find any way to set up your car. The sound is okay, but it doesn't reach the levels of Race from Racing Experience or Assetto Corsa Competizione. It's not as bad as Project Cars 2 and on par with Automobilista. There is room for improvement there. The force feedback has a lot of room for improvement, being stronger than Project Cars 2 but not as sensible as Automobilista, much less Assetto Corsa Competizione or Race from Racing Experience. We hope there's lots that Reiza are still testing here to make it much better. The cars feel different from each other, but you don't feel what the tires are doing, you don't feel the track that much. For example, there is no difference if I'm on the curbs, on the track or on grass. Granted, we only did a couple of hours of racing around and not taking much care of it, but we felt the AI was okay-ish, nothing special, nothing specially bad, nothing specially good. With regards to vehicles, we miss the Stadium Super Trucks and Trucks AMS hat, but Reiza have said that they're coming in the beta too, so in one of the future betas, and had the impression that there's lots and lots of open wheelers, but there's enough touring cars also. If we saw it correctly, there are only 3 LMP series. The track selection seems to be on par with Automobilista, South American tracks in the majority, and that is a good thing for us because it was something that we always considered very special in Automobilista. We are not going to give any notes to what we saw, felt and heard. It's the first beta, things are prone to change a lot. What I can say is that I had fun racing around, but hope especially the force feedback is going to improve. We're talking about the company that gave us Automobilista and Copa Petrobras de Marcas before that. We completely trust they know what they are doing. Performance was good, mind you, using one monitor on our standard racing computer with an i7 CPU and a 1070 GeForce GPU. On first impression, I mostly felt like I was driving Automobilista content on Project Cars 2. Let's see what the future betas and the final release bring. If you want to know more about Automobilista 2, check the playlist to the left, and for more videos sharing the joy of racing, check the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium.